Welcome to News and Views. I'm Danae Jones and it's my pleasure to bring you this week's segment. This episode we're at the Chambers. Housed in a former bank from the 1920s, the Chambers is a unique landmark in the heart of Cairns City, with a charming cafe, 2 bustling bars, a cosy restaurant and an in-house patisserie and bakery. Labelled by locals as one of Cairns' best cafe restaurants and bars, the Chambers offers a unique modern Australian menu headed up by head chef Michael Orford. Today we're talking to founder of Kick On, Drew Brauer, and we're talking about the positive mental health charity that he's founded. Kick On is rolling out a series of grassroots community initiatives throughout far north Queensland and beyond. They include a school gratitude music program, FIFO mental health tour, women's self-defence, a clothing label and merchandise label, and a variety of events and campaigns all showcasing positive mental health. Welcome to News and Views, Drew.
Thanks, Danae.
Thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
Now, you and I have connected in a number of different ways throughout the community because you're out there doing music, you're doing all your positive mental health work. But how did Kick On start?
Kick On started, I started working on Kick On a couple of years ago. So basically, long story short, I used to do fly in, fly out work for quite a few years. I was about 8 weeks out from getting married and I got my wedding called off. Went through a really hard period myself. Did all the wrong things, had no idea how to look after my own mental health when I was going through a bad time. So I isolated myself, withdrew from my support network. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't, stop going to the gym and working out and stuff like that. So basically I spiraled pretty hard, which led to me quitting my job. But it also actually gave me a chance for the first time in my life to stop and, think about what I actually wanted from life and to reset some goals and to actually think about, giving back and doing some volunteering and stuff like that. So I quit my job, became a musician, started volunteering at different charities and, came up with the idea with my friend Gus Fernandez that we wanted to start this charity. And it's taken off really quickly and very, very happy with how it's all going. And we've been able to do some amazing things with amazing people. So it's really cool. I love it.
So we'll get to talk about where you've gotten to with the charity in a sec, but I just want to roll back to what you were sharing about your story. Now, you said, to give you a quick snippet of how it all started, it was a very big journey for you, and you said that you weren't, when we've spoken previously, you weren't suicidal as such, but you were in a very dark place and in a male-dominated environment where men just don't seem to share, do they, when they are in those dark places at times? Yeah,
there is still a lot of stigma around, mental health and talking about your feelings and stuff, especially in very masculine industries like the FIFO industry. Basically, guys have a lot of trouble talking about how they feel. It is getting better, and we really hope to change that. So I think, by spreading this message and by people standing up and saying it's all right to be not all right, and we all go through this stuff. Hopefully, we can make a bit of a positive impact on not just male industries, but over the whole scope of things. So yeah.
So talking about the statistics, because yes, you're assisting women as well with positive mental wellness, but the majority of it is male-based because the statistics are just so high, aren't they?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, over 3,000 people take their lives every year, and it's 75% men, unfortunately. So it is something we have to focus on a little bit more, and each demographic that we try and approach and help with a campaign or a different event or whatever, it all has to be strategically aimed at that demographic. So yeah, we take all that into consideration, and men is a big part of who we're trying to help.
So what got you out of that dark place, do you think, and what gave you that inspiration for these programs?
Yeah, so I guess I just hit a stage where I decided that I was sick of being sad and upset and playing the victim and feeling sorry for myself. So I started taking a bit of initiative on myself. I started talking to people and telling them how I was feeling and what had actually happened, which was a big game changer. So I was very lucky to work with some amazing people, but even though I felt very comfortable talking to them. I still wasn't sharing what was going on because I felt embarrassed and I felt the shame and the stigma around it. So once I did start opening up and telling them what was going on, suddenly they were sharing stories, with what they've been through or their friends have been through. And it was amazing. All these people that I'd worked so closely with, I had no idea that everyone had been through something similar or maybe worse anyway. So it was a big eye-opener for me. And then I started, getting back into the gym, started doing, exercising regularly. I'm a massive ambassador for exercise and diet. It's probably the best antidepressants out there. I started reading again. I read a couple of amazing books that really sort of changed the trajectory that I was heading in. So The Art of Happiness was one, and 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. So I started actually putting a bit of time and energy into researching how the brain works and how your body works and how you react to certain stuff, and trying to be more conscious about, why I was feeling certain ways, and trying to actually put a bit of work into myself. So it was an amazing growth period, as cliche as it sounds, but yeah, it worked out really well. So.
Well, it was the beginning of this charity, which I'm not sure if you realised how big it was going to grow back then, but it's certainly gaining momentum now, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I've been very lucky with some of the people that we've had help, during the start of the charity and getting our charity status and all that kind of stuff. So there's been some amazing people behind the scenes that they want to help and they don't want any recognition, which is very refreshing to kind of see that in this day and age. But we've had some amazing help, and I can't thank all these people. They know who they are, so I think a massive shout out to all of them that have helped get Kick On to where it is now. And yeah, I think it's got a massive future. It's taken off very quickly, and yeah, I can't wait to see what it blossoms into.
So explain to us the types of ways people can get involved. You've got all these different events that are out there in the community that you're launching, and you just did one the other day, so anyone can attend those. And that was a bit of a funny one, wasn't it, with the soccer crowd? Yeah,
we had the first annual Kick On Charity Cup, which was amazing. So basically everyone just got dressed up, they came and had fun. It was short 10-minute games, but it was just a really good way for the community to get involved and to come and get a little bit of exercise while connecting with the community and getting that social fix, as well as raising some money and awareness around the mental health initiatives that we're trying to get going. So it was really cool. We didn't take the trophy home, unfortunately, this year, but we will be back. We're going to go train and practice our passing skills and stuff, and we'll come back next year. So really, it was a really cool event, and we definitely want to do a lot more stuff like that with the community.
And so you're looking at doing annual events, aren't you, where you can actually start raising that money and using that money to then further do new initiatives and programs out there in the community? Yeah.
So we've obviously got our different programs that we're running, and we've got a lot more in the pipeline as well. But the events are it's a really good way to give back to the community as well and get the community involved. Like a lot of people, they might not have the time, or some people have money, some people have time, so some people might like to come and volunteer and just be a part of these fun events, or other people might, like to donate or to buy some clothing or something like that. But we're just trying to find ways that people can get that feel. It's an amazing feeling when you give back to the community or when you do something special for somebody else. So trying to give people the opportunity to be involved in their community and to give back in a way too. So to feel that warm fuzzy feeling that we all like. So yeah, we're trying to come up with a number of ways to do that. So
there's a number of ways that people can get involved with Kick On. Going to events, getting involved in a campaign, purchasing some of your merchandise. You also have ambassador boxes, I believe, that people can purchase, and they can actually wear that brand with pride out in the community.
Yeah, so the whole idea behind the clothing label was it works on a few different layers. So obviously the clothing label, the sales, that's how we help fund, all these different programs and campaigns that we run. But it's also a way for the community to get involved and feel that nice, warm, fuzzy feeling, Like we all buy clothes. This is a way to buy something that injects a positive message back into your... It means something, yeah. So you can feel proud wearing it. It injects a positive message back into your own community where you live, and it might help save a life. So also, like, what we want to do is create like a support network within the community. So someone can be walking down the street, see someone else in a kick-on hat or a kick-on shirt or whatever, and feel comfortable to go up and start a conversation, or, with that person if they're not doing so good. So, we send out, with the ambassador packs, we send out a little write-up which kind of explains all the things that we do. But it also explains that, when people wear this stuff, that we want them to lift a little bit and to try and help their community and try and connect everybody together and be a bit better human. I think we use the term, it's like putting on Superman's cape. So we want you to lift and be that superhero for the rest of the community to lean on, I guess. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And, breaking down that stigma and encouraging people to just talk more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a massive part about it's a massive coping strategy, it's just being open to have a conversation, especially men. Girls seem to be able to do it a lot easier than guys do, so we want to promote that.
Yep. And I know that when you've been going out into the male-dominated communities or workplaces like the mine sites for the fly-in, fly-out workers, you've said to me that once men actually start to talk, they actually do want to talk. It's just really breaking that ice to begin with.
Yeah, it's trying to find a way to break down that barrier. So we had some amazing conversations on the FIFO tour that we did, and it was overwhelming, to see these big, hard, mining guys come up and break down and go to tears and share, the struggles that they're going through that they didn't feel like they could talk about. So, which gave us a lot of pride and inspiration in what we're doing and knowing that it is actually having a good effect. So, trying to teach people different ways to communicate and stuff, like instead of going to a pub and having a few beers and getting written off and trying to start a conversation that way, which can be it's got its time and place. So, but going for a walk or grabbing somebody and going for a walk up a mountain or getting some fresh air, you're getting connection. There's no, it can take away a lot of the confrontational stuff too. So you don't have to sit directly opposite somebody and like being interviewed.
Eyeball them.
Yeah, so you're walking together, you're doing something together, you're bonding as you're both sweating it out, you're releasing endorphins, you're getting that exercise, the blood pumping, you're getting, you're in nature, and it's a lot easier to have a conversation that way. There's a lot of the pressure and the barriers are removed as well. So trying to give people little tips like that is, what we're all about. So.
And also, I know that with the FIFO tour specifically, you've integrated comedy and also music as a way of also breaking the ice. Yeah.
So mental health unfortunately, it does have a stigma around it still. So we're trying to incorporate different ways and different approaches to drop the barriers and to get people open to the conversation. So we want to promote the fact that just because it's a serious issue doesn't mean you have to be serious about it all the time. Like, want to have fun, like the Kick On Charity Cup. People got dressed up, in all kinds of things, and we went and had fun and we had a laugh, and that's a really good thing for your mental health. So to be able to laugh and then be able to start a conversation once people have had a good time, they've dropped their inhibitions a little bit, and you can actually have serious conversations about issues without coming in and saying, we want to talk to you guys about mental health. Everyone would switch off straight away. So. Trying to be sneaky about it, and
strategic,
and trying to find different ways to approach different demographics that relates to them.
And just tell us a little bit about the kids program in the schools. I think that's just awesome that you're actually infiltrating the school system, because we also know that while the male statistics or the middle-aged men statistics are really high for suicide, they are also for the teenagers, aren't they?
Yeah, so we want to be proactive too. So obviously we want to stop people getting to the stage where they need, to go into the red zone and there's some amazing, we want to make people aware of the amazing facilities and services that are locally available already, but we also want to stop people from having to get to the stage to using that. So, the kids thing was really cool. The Attitude and Gratitude music program. So again, we got to combine music. Obviously my background is music, and we got to go in and teach the kids a little bit about, the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. They wrote a poem about their attitude and what they're grateful for, and then we turned that into a rap, taught them how to, program some beats on an MPC player, and then, just had some fun with it. We went outside, did some physical exercise, and, it was amazing. Like, super cute kids, and it was a really special thing to be involved with, and yeah, we're looking forward to doing a lot more of that. So, if we can stop, we want to be proactive. We want to stop it before it gets to a problem. So.
Absolutely, and that's the grand plan, hey, is to reduce the suicide rate or the incident rate of mental unwellness out there in the community, yeah?
Yeah, just promote positive mental health, like, give people positive coping strategies to, I think teaching people that everybody has mental health. It's like physical health, we all have it. It's not, you don't have it or you don't. So everybody's got it, and I think we all balance on a spectrum. So between green and red, and we all fluctuate on this spectrum on a day-to-day basis, depending on whether we're getting enough sleep, what our diet's like, situations. Obviously bad things happen to all of us. We all go through breakups, we all have to lose loved ones, people die, and bad stuff happens in life. That's inevitable. It's teaching people how to get back out of the red into the green, and build resilience within the community. So.
Absolutely. Well, we are watching on with great pride and seeing where this charity takes you. I guess where to from here for you?
Yeah, well, I'd like it to be, a national brand. So we want to be able to. The whole idea is to build these programs in the Cairns community, make sure they're running right, how we like them, make sure they're having the results that we want, and then being able to spread that through the rest of Australia would be great. So. Yeah, big things to come. There's lots of other programs and stuff in the pipeline which I'm pretty excited about, to do with like team sports, more school stuff, and yeah, lots of events. But yeah, social media campaigns as well. So very exciting times. I'm excited. Just need to find some more hours in the day, I think.
Absolutely. Look, you're doing such great work already, and I have no doubt that it's going to grow and become a national charity. So congratulations on what you've achieved today. We look forward to supporting you through the process, and we hope you come back on News and Views and share with us your journey.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. There you have it, folks. Drew Brauer, founder of the Kick On charity, out here in far north Queensland and spreading throughout Australia. You can go online and check out everything that they're doing, the programs they have available, the ambassador boxes that you can purchase, and you can also donate, obviously, or get involved or share one of their social media campaigns. It's kickon.com.au. Don't be afraid to share their stories, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week.